Okay, so this video is all about utilizing the new FT3D Programmer from RT Systems. And there's a few things you need to do. It just came out today. You can download it without the cable, of course, the software. A couple of things too. When I programmed this guy, I used a Mac, and of course it has its own file, Mac file. Found out that you can use the file that I saved on the Mac from RT Systems program, right? The VX6 Programmer. I can open that in a Windows program and install it in here. But that's not really what the video is about. But that's part of it. And I'll talk a little more about it. Okay. The thing is, this machine here has no memory, no saved frequencies at all. It's blank. It does have an SD card. You can see it says SD. So I formatted the SD. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy whatever is here to the SD card, because it memorizes a few things like the dial configuration that I like here and whatever other settings you have. It's best to upload to the card. Now, I don't have the cable. The cable is probably going to be easier. It says on the website you cannot use the cable that came with in the box of the FT3D. I don't know why, but that's what it says. But you can use the SD card, apparently. Okay, wow, that was a lot. So let's click and hold display. Let's click on SD card. We need to back this up. Click on backup. And we're going to write to the SD card. And click OK. And then click OK again. And it's waiting. And it's going to do its thing. Complete. And then that's it. I'm going to turn this off. Oh, wrong button. That's a bit weird. Okay. And then I like to turn off the machine. And then here's the SD card. And I'm going to put it on my PC. And we'll see what's up with that. Okay, so this is the file structure of the SD card, FT3D folder, the backup folder, and then the backup data file. This file is very important because it takes the information of some of the settings from your machine, in particular your call sign and all the particulars that you might have already set in the machine. It's a good idea to do that. Okay, so this is the FT3D Programmer, no dash. That's what the box says. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this file, which is the VX6 Programmer file from a Mac. A lot of my frequencies are in there. I got a Mac version of the Programmer. So what I want to do is I want to take this information from this file and put it into my FT3D. Now, you might not have something like this. That's okay. Maybe you have something else, another file from another programmer. But anyway, we're going to use the FT3D to import that information from the VX6 Programmer. Let's do it. So we got the FT3D Programmer, which is cool. And the first thing we need to do is we need to import the data. So I think we're going to go to Communications. We're going to read data from SD card. And then it seems to find the path fine. We click OK. And very quickly, it imports the information. We go to Settings, Radio Menu, and we find the call sign. This is very important. The call sign needs to be there. And that means it imported the information. These other submenus I'm not going to touch at this point in time. I think I'm going to delete this. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Cool. I'm going to go File, Save As, put it on the desktop. Let's give it a name. What's August 15th, 2019, FT3D. We'll save it. Okay. This is nice and clean. Now, what I need to do is to open a file. Open the Mac version of the FT6 file. And we're going to open. You don't see the file here. Now again, you have a PC version, you might find it. Might be similar. I go All Files. I click on the file from the programmer. In this case, again, it's a Mac, but you might have a PC version. And when you click on it, RT Systems did an ingenious thing. It opens the file in a special type of environment. And I see that it imported all my frequencies. So I select all, I click on copy, I close it. It has a new file that it opened for me automatically. I'm going to paste it here instead of the first file that I created. I'm going to paste it. And there it is. Now, this one's clean from the machine. I'm not going to do anything at the moment. This is pasted. Who knows if it pasted other things on the other submenus, like the home button or the marine button. Who knows? Marine bands. But I just want this. And it put everything in the correct columns. Pretty amazing. Now, this first one, I'm going to get rid of. Don't need it. Not sure why it does that all the time. And it's blank here, but that should be zeros, which is fine. Scroll over, and you can see Bank 1 and Bank 2 and Bank 3 are selected. The skip, the steps, the DCS, the CT, CSS. Again, these values I can verify. Some of them are grayed out, and that's because they're not utilized. For example, the tone. If it says tone, it's going to be probably a repeater, and it has a CT CSS number. And the crazy thing, again, is the banks. These are selected. You can see Bank 1 is selected all, and then all the frequencies are there. Bank 2, Bank 3, they have particular, there's reasons why there's Bank 2 and 3 and so forth. Okay, so I'm going to click and hold there on the side. I'm going to paste it to the FT3D file. I'm going to click and hold, and I'm going to drag, and I'm going to copy. I'm going to go to the file here and then paste it. Wow, pretty simple. I'm going to get rid of that. Don't need that anymore. And now I have this. I'm going to save it. And this is, got to make sure I save it all. I have the banks as well. All selected. Awesome. And the frequencies. Now I'm going to go to setting, make sure radio. Make sure I still have my call sign. I do. Apparently that's very important. All right, then let's go to communications. Let's write data to the SD card. Let's do that. And wow, that was fast. Okay. All right, that was quick and easy. Let's exit and let's go back to the machine. Okay, I'm back. So the machine is off. I like to have the machine off. I'm going to put the SD card back in here. I think you put it this way. Okay, Awesome. I'm going to press power. Okay. Okay. All right, so what we're going to need to do is we're going to press and hold display. We're going to click on SD card. We're going to click on backup. We're going to read from the SD card. Probably going to go down, press display, and then press OK once, and then again. And it's waiting. It's taking a little while here. And there it is. Now it's restarting. And there it is. Okay, we're going to go to the A band, press and hold the AB key. Now it's a single band. And then if we click on the VM button, that's VFO, that's the M. And these are all my repeaters right here. Actually, this is all of them, actually. All 28 of them. Let's see. So, did it copy the banks? And to do that, we can go to F key. We go to bank. And then band. Let's go to 3. I think it's bank 3. We can go back. Now you can see it says B3. And then I'm going to change the dial. And sure enough, it has all of my repeaters. So it did copy it very nicely. Okay, so to get out of that, you press here and MR. Okay, so you saw that you're able to import from a file from an RT system file that was created by VX6 Programmer on a Mac to the PC. Again, if you have a PC file from, let's say, a VX6 Programmer, I'm pretty sure you can do the same thing. Oh, and another thing too, this dial, the knobs did not change its configuration. And that's one thing that you do need to do, is make sure you import your settings to the card so it can have the call sign and any other little settings that you had before you export it from the FT3D and then Programmer into the SD card so that you can put in the FT3D. Wow, that's a lot. That was a lot of info. I hope that helps. And I will see you later.